What if the next electric SUV you buy doesn't come from Tesla, but ends up outperforming all of them where it actually matters? More space, more technology, more range, stronger performance, and maybe even better value. That's exactly why the all-new 2026-27 BYD 7 is getting so much attention right now. And honestly, this SUV might be the moment where buyers start looking beyond the usual EV names like the Tesla Model Y, EV5, and XPeng G6. Welcome back to Drives, and today we're taking a full deep dive into one of the most talked about electric family SUVs entering the market. The BYD 7 isn't trying to impress people with just one flashy feature. Instead, BYD seems focused on delivering an SUV that does almost everything well: comfort, practicality, power, design, and efficiency. And let me ask you guys something right away. If a new EV gives you Tesla-level performance, more interior space, and better value for money, would you actually switch brands? Because that's the exact conversation this SUV is starting. Now let's begin with the backside of the 7, because this rear design instantly gives off modern premium EV vibes. The first thing your eyes go to is that full-width LED light bar stretching cleanly across the tailgate. At night, this thing looks seriously futuristic. The lighting signature feels sleek and sophisticated without trying too hard. It gives the SUV a wider and more planted appearance, almost making it look more expensive than you'd expect for this segment. And honestly, BYD has become really good at designing rear light setups lately. The tailgate itself has a sculpted and smooth design that adds depth without unnecessary styling clutter. It feels clean, practical, and upscale all at once. The opening also appears wide and low, which is great for loading luggage, groceries, or family travel gear. The rear bumper design stays, focusing more on aerodynamic efficiency than fake sporty aggression. Compared to the Tesla Model Y, the 7 honestly feels a bit more expressive and visually interesting from the rear. And here's a question for you guys. Which EV brand do you think currently has the best rear light design? Tesla, BYD, or someone else? Now moving over to the left side of the 7, this is where the SUV really starts showing its size and road presence. The proportions immediately tell you this isn't some tiny compact crossover trying to look bigger than it is. The 7 looks long, wide, and confidently planted on the road. You can instantly tell BYD prioritized interior space and comfort while still trying to maintain sporty styling. The roofline flows smoothly toward the rear, helping improve aerodynamics while still preserving enough headroom inside for passengers. That's important because some EV crossovers sacrifice practicality for style, but this one seems to balance both pretty well. Subtle character lines run across the doors, adding visual structure without making the body look over-designed. The wheel arches are slightly pronounced, housing stylish aerodynamic alloy wheels that enhance both efficiency and appearance. Compared to something like the EV5, which leans into more aggressive styling, the 7 feels more mature and premium. It looks like the kind of SUV designed to age well over time, instead of chasing temporary design trends. And honestly, does anyone else feel like BYD's designs have improved insanely fast over the last few years? Because this doesn't look like a budget EV anymore. Now walking around to the right side, everything about the 7 starts coming together beautifully. The SUV has a clean and cohesive design language that doesn't scream for attention, but still manages to stand out. The ride height feels perfectly balanced. You get that elevated SUV driving position people love, but the body still sits low enough to maintain stability and good handling dynamics. One thing I really appreciate here is the practicality. The doors open wide, which makes getting in and out easier for families, children, and older passengers. It sounds simple, but these are the small, everyday details that actually matter in real-world ownership. And from this angle, you really notice how spacious the cabin is likely going to feel. The wheelbase looks nicely stretched, which should translate into excellent rear seat comfort and cargo space. Honestly, if you parked this beside a Tesla Model Y, do you think most people would still automatically choose the Tesla badge? Or is BYD starting to become a serious alternative now? Now let's step inside, because this is where the 2026-27 BYD 7 might shock a lot of people. The interior looks modern, futuristic, and surprisingly upscale. Right away, the dashboard gives off a very clean, high-tech atmosphere. In the center, you have a large infotainment that acts as the main command center for the vehicle. BYD's latest software system is expected to deliver smooth performance, intuitive menus, advanced connectivity, navigation, smartphone integration, and voice controls. Everything feels focused on making the driving experience easy and modern. Behind the steering wheel sits a fully digital instrument cluster, displaying key driving information in a clear and customizable layout. It adds to the futuristic cabin vibe, while remaining practical and easy to read. The steering wheel itself looks sporty and premium, with integrated controls, positioned perfectly for convenience during long drives. Now let's talk about materials, because this is where many affordable EVs usually disappoint. But surprisingly, the 7 appears to offer soft-touch surfaces, refined trim pieces, ambient lighting, and high-quality finishes throughout the cabin. Honestly, this interior looks closer to premium European EVs than many people probably expected from BYD. The seats are another major highlight. They look supportive, comfortable, and clearly designed for both city driving and long-distance trips. Thanks to the SUV's larger dimensions, rear passengers should also enjoy generous legroom and headroom. And for family buyers, this matters a lot, because an EV can have all the performance in the world, but if the cabin feels cramped or uncomfortable, it becomes hard to live with every day. Cargo space is expected to be excellent too. Whether you're loading shopping bags, sports equipment, travel luggage, or family gear, the 7 seems designed to handle real-life practicality very well. And yes, there's likely additional storage space up front as well, which is becoming one of the most useful features in modern EVs. Now here's something I want to know from you guys. What matters more to you in an electric SUV? Range, performance, or interior comfort? When it comes to technology and features, the 7 is expected to come heavily equipped. Advanced driver assistance systems should include adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, blind spot monitoring, traffic assist, automatic emergency braking, and parking assistance features. These systems don't just improve safety, they make daily driving much more relaxing, especially during traffic-heavy commutes or long highway trips. Wireless charging, multiple USB ports, premium audio systems, panoramic sunroof options, ambient lighting, and advanced climate control are also expected depending on trim levels. And honestly, this is where BYD becomes dangerous for competitors, because they consistently pack more features into their vehicles at similar or lower prices. Now let's get to the exciting part, engine performance. The 7 is expected to offer 2 different electric options. The standard rear-wheel drive model produces around 230 kilowatts, which already provides strong acceleration and smooth everyday performance. But the real excitement comes from the dual-motor all-wheel drive version. This setup delivers approximately 390 kilowatts of power, which is honestly massive for a family SUV. In real-world terms, that means this SUV can sprint from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in around 4.5 seconds. That's sports car territory. Imagine pulling away from traffic lights in a large family SUV and surprising performance sedans beside you. That instant electric torque completely transforms the driving experience. Even the rear-wheel drive version remains quick, with acceleration around 6.7 seconds to 100 kilometers per hour, which is more than enough for everyday driving. And because it's an EV, acceleration feels smooth, instant, and silent at the same time. The driving experience should also remain refined and comfortable, making the 7 ideal for both family duties and spirited driving. Now let's talk range, because this is still one of the biggest deciding factors for EV buyers today. The 7 uses BYD's Blade Battery technology, which has become one of the company's strongest advantages thanks to its focus on safety, durability, and efficiency. 2 battery options are expected, including an 82.5 kilowatt-hour pack and a larger 91.5 kilowatt-hour battery. Depending on the configuration, range figures are estimated between roughly 456 and over 520 kilometers on the WLTP cycle. That places the 7 directly in competition with top EV rivals like the Tesla Model Y and 5. And for most drivers, that range is more than enough for daily commuting, errands, family trips, and even longer road journeys without constant charging stress. Fast charging capability should also help reduce downtime significantly when traveling. Now let's discuss price, because this could become the biggest reason people seriously consider the 7. Current expectations suggest pricing somewhere around the equivalent of 55,000 to 60,000 Australian dollars, depending on trim levels and markets. And if BYD delivers the level of quality, performance, and technology we're seeing here at that price point, this SUV could become one of the strongest value EVs in the segment. Because buyers are starting to realize they don't always need to spend luxury brand money anymore to get luxury-level features and performance. At the end of the day, the 2026-27 BYD 7 feels like one of the most complete electric SUVs BYD has ever produced. It combines sleek design, family practicality, strong performance, modern technology, impressive range, and premium comfort into one package that genuinely challenges the established competition. And honestly, this might be the scariest part for traditional automakers. BYD is improving incredibly fast. A few years ago, many people wouldn't even consider a BYD over a Tesla, but now, vehicles like the 7 are making buyers seriously rethink the entire EV market. So what do you think about the all-new BYD 7? Would you actually choose it over a Tesla Model Y, EV5 or 5, or do you still trust the more established brands? Drop your thoughts down in the comments, because I really want to know what you guys think about this SUV. And if you enjoyed today's review, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss future EV reviews and automotive updates right here on Drives.